I'm Matt Slauson, and I'm in my home shop doing the social distancing thing, staying away from everybody. And this video is kind of directed at my Principles of Engineering and Computer Integrated Manufacturing students and the curriculum that they learn about. So what I'd like to do is challenge both of those groups of students to look for something in their home that they can demonstrate and show the different simple machines and manufacturing processes that are involved in making it. So to that end, I have my unicycle that I got when I was about 12 years old. So I'm going to use this as a little bit of a demo and point out some of those manufacturing processes and simple machines. So let's start with the simple machine aspect of it for the POE student. So it's pretty easy to see on unicycle, the obvious one, which is a wheel and axle. Another one that's maybe a little bit more difficult to see is we have a type 1 lever. So the crank, we have a fulcrum and the other crank, so this is basically a lever. Some other simple machines that are in this that are pretty common are screw threads. So there's all sorts of fasteners on this unicycle, and there's all sorts of different kinds of screw threads on it. One simple machine that's probably not quite so easy to see on this is a wedge, and the tire is held in with a wedging action against this tire rim, so it's a bit of a wedge. Some other things that you can look at is maybe finding the mechanical advantage. So I've got about a 6-inch crank arm with a 23.5-inch diameter tire, so you could calculate the mechanical advantage on a device like this. You could also, knowing the diameter, tell how far you can travel with each pedal of the unicycle. For manufacturing processes, there's quite a number in this, and some that I point out are this bracket up here that holds the frame together is cast. So there's a casting process here. These metal tubes are probably drawn in a die. There's other processes like these crank arms are often forged. The pedals on this unicycle is a stamping process. So it's sheet metal stamping on the pedals, and part of the seat is sheet metal stamped as well. A couple other things that I can see in this are things like the spokes. The spokes were probably drawn through a die to make them long and thin. The tire rim was probably spun and formed on a manual of some kind. And of course, one of the things we don't think about too much are some of the finishing processes. And so the tire on this was probably done, was vulcanized, and some other processes on this are things like the frame on this was nickel plated, or chrome plated, I should say. So lots of manufacturing processes, lots of simple machines in everyday devices, and I hope you look around your homes and see some of those simple machines and manufacturing processes that you can identify in everyday devices that you have. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.